Hello and thank you for visiting the FarmChem seed service site. This is Terry Gibson, and today we'll discuss the tensioning techniques for a KSI underbin or incline conveyor, the tools required to complete this, and safety measures. Attached to the conveyor are the manufacturer's recommendations for tensioning, how often it should be done, and the importance of doing it to protect the belt. Remember, if this is something you're not comfortable doing, FarmChem does offer this service. Before starting any work, make sure your company's lockout tagout procedures have been followed and that power is disconnected from the equipment. Start by loosening the jam nut, 15/16 wrench. Loosen that up. I usually like to move it back a couple inches, so I have plenty of room. We'll do the same thing to the other side. So here I've removed the bearing cover cap, and I loosened the two 9/16 nuts here to allow that bearing to slide down. I've put my torque wrench on, set at 23 pounds, jam nuts loose and ready to go, and I'll simply torque this side of the conveyor. And my torque wrench is clicking at 23 foot-pounds of pressure. Now that we have this side set at 23 pounds, I'm going to move my jam nut back down. And with my 15/16 wrench, I'm going to tighten that. We won't make any other adjustments from this side. We'll go to the other side. We'll match the distance between these 2 points, get our tracking to where it'll be close, run the conveyor and make all the adjustments from the other side so we stay tensioned at 23 pounds on this side. So we've moved to the other side conveyor. We'll remove the bearing cover and loosen the bolts that hold the bearing to the plate. So I took our tape measure and measured between this point and this point on the other side, which was 5 7/8 of an inch. I come to this side and I matched that distance, 5 7/8 of an inch between these two. We don't torque this side, we only torque the other side. Now we're ready to run the conveyor for 5 to 10 seconds at a time. Make sure all the loose tools and everyone is out of the way before starting the conveyor. And what we're doing is giving that belt a chance to travel to its natural position. We'll use the threaded rod on the second side of the conveyor either to tighten it and push it away from that side, or to loosen it and bring it back so that it tracks to the center. Once you're done, we'll want to make sure we lock down the jam nuts and make sure that and put the bearing caps back on, keep everything safe, all shields back in place and ready to go, keeping the conveyor safe. Just a reminder, make sure you lock down the bolts on the bearing once all adjustments are done before putting the bearing cap covers on. The next series of pictures are of an incline conveyor. Now the procedure is the same. We did an underbin the first time, but this is, I just wanted to show how an incline is just a little bit different looking than the underbin. 23 pounds torque on one side, match the distance on the other. Everything else is the same. The belt looks a little different. It is a cleated belt on the incline conveyors, and we want to end up with the same when we're done. Tracking in the center on the bottom end on both sides. Keep your belt centered, and it will last much longer than one that is not and is rubbing on the side. Again, this is Terry at FarmChem. If you have any other questions, please give me a call, 800-247-1854. Thank you.